In times of crisis, it is very important to be flexible because when you can change with times and adapt your strategies according to the current scenario, that is when you will be current and successful in business. I am Sirisha Ravuri, your online breakthrough consultant. Welcome to the Citrines channel, the ultimate guide to success mindset for entrepreneurs and business owners. In this episode, we bring to you a woman entrepreneur interview, an interview with Anjali Damani, the co-founder of 2AM Bags India. Let's head on over to the interview and speak to her. Hey there, today we have Anjali Damani from 2AM Bags. Hi Anjali, how are you doing today?
Hi Sirisha, I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Awesome. So Anjali, could you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Hi guys, like Sirisha introduced me, I'm Anjali Damani. I am the co-founder of a brand called 2AM by Anjali and Neha. Introduction to myself would be, I am a fun-loving person. I love to learn new things. I'm absolutely positive about everything in my life. And talking about positivity, I'm married to Kirtan Shah. He is a financial planner, and yeah, that's about it. And I love dancing. I think dancing is something that runs in my blood, and that brings out the creativity in me. So I think that's about me.
Awesome. That's great. So Anjali, how did you get this idea of starting a business?
So, Sirisha, how is a very difficult question to answer because it so happened with me that I always knew I want to start something by myself from the very beginning, and hence I took career options related to that. So I started with my career in a company called as Cocktail, where I closely worked with the owner and understood how does one do a business. So I never had any idea about how to run how to run a business, especially when it comes to artisans. So working with them is very, very, very difficult than working in a corporate world. So your artisans and your thought alignments are never on the same page. So I think that's where I learned it from. But the idea or the thought coming to me about starting a business was always inculcated in me because I never wanted to do a job like a 9 to 5 or a corporate job because I'd seen my family members do it, and I was sure that this is not what I want to do ever in my life.
Okay. So you were sure right from the beginning that you always wanted to be in business.
Yes, right from the beginning.
That's something you and I have in common. I have always known. I never knew what business, but I always knew that I wanted to do something of my own.
I think that sets the goal right there.
Right.
And you start working towards it anyway. So yeah.
That's right. So Anjali, what is different about your business and the way that you serve your customer? What's unique about it?
So to answer this question, I'm going to take you 6 years back. Okay. So when we started, there was a huge gap between companies manufacturing premium bags, and then there were companies who were manufacturing really roadside bags. So there was nothing for the people who are right at the center. So for somebody like me, I wouldn't want to spend so much money on a very expensive bag, but neither would I want to use a cheap quality that I get outside. So I think to fill the gap is where 2AM came in picture. Also, we started with products having fabric and vegan leather together. So that was not something that everybody was providing. So then our USP was fabric and PU together, like in a combination of a bag. But with obviously as the time started passing, we saw a huge hit in the industry, and everybody wanted to become an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to become an entrepreneur, and we saw a lot of new bag brands coming in place, and the competition obviously is getting fierce day by day. So I think with a brand, we also need to evolve. As a brand, we also need to evolve. So I think the whole point of surviving, sustaining, being successful is your quality. So if your quality is, I think if your quality speaks for itself, then nothing like it. I know, Sirisha, that you've been using our product. And
yes, I have.
Yes. So I know that you've been using a product which I had told you will hold your entire life in the bag. And I'm sure you've realized that.
Oh, I have
That
actually taken your bag to London and it has been my carry-all. I have stuffed God knows how many things in there, and including a camera with the camera bag in it. So that has been my carry-on.
yes, so I think it's very important to have the correct kind of quality for your customers. I'm not saying that all our bags will hold everything, but if my customer wants a bag that holds a lot of things, we would recommend them a bag that can take the weight. If you're going to take an XYZ bag, which we think is more for fashion and less for taking that weight, we would recommend the customer not to take that bag. So I think quality, of course, is a very, very important criteria. Second is being honest with your customers. I'm never going to tell them that. Uh, take any bag of ours and that can last up to 5 years. It's not going to last for 5 years. It's not leather. It's vegan leather. So I think the life of the bag is 2 years. So I'm going to be honest with my customer and tell them that this is going to last only 2 years. So I think honesty would be the second criteria. And the third criteria would be a creativity, because I think we sit down and we sketch it with a lot of hard work. We take in days and days to come out of a bag, to come out with a bag design. And so many times, even the sample bags are not what we're looking at. So we have to redo the sample over and over again. So I think making a bag, the first batch of the bag is very important and takes a lot of time. So I would like to say, first is the quality, second is honesty, and third is the creativity that we bring into the products.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. So Anjali, you said quality is number one, right? So why do you think quality is important? Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. So I think your brand runs on people wanting to buy something. For me, it's product. For services, it's services. So to use services or to buy the product. If I have sold it to a person and I have said things like it will last forever and XYZ, and the bag breaks in 2 days, you know, and the customer comes back to me and I have obviously bluntly lied to you, he's never going to come back and purchase the bag from me.
That's
So
right.
that's what I'm talking about right now, is customer loyalty. Your brand becomes a brand because of the customers wanting to buy the products from you. So if I am not giving the quality that I am promising to the customer, I don't think he's ever going to come back to me. And I am obviously at a space where I need people to buy my products. It's a need, a brand's need, so that the customers comes and buys from the brand. So it's also our responsibility to serve them correctly, to give them the right kind of quality that they are paying for. They have all the right to know about the product. So I think
Right.
a brand quality is extremely important, to have the customers in place, customer retention, customer loyalty in place, because obviously you are not going to get a new customer every single day. Even if you get that, you need your old customers to be there for you, to stand up for your product, to talk nicely about your product, like you just did right now. Correct?
Right.
So
Correct. Correct.
customer.
And also, that is what we talk about as well when we teach, whether it is us teaching sales to our customers or doing business consulting to our customers, there is a concept that we talk about, and that's called being a trusted advisor. It is very important that whether your customer is buying from you or not, they still come to you as the expert on whether it's the topic or the product. So for you, if your customer can see your bags as the go-to bags, or you as the expert when it comes to quality in bags, I think that regardless of competition, regardless of the numerous other competitors and designs out there, they will come back to you every time that they need to go for a product. Similarly in a service, similarly in a service, if it is something that you are maintaining the quality that you have promised to your customers in the consultation or in any kind of service that you're giving, the customers will keep coming back to you because they trust you to that level. Great. So
I
what
think
is it? Yes, go ahead.
you summed it up really well. So yeah, that's what I was trying to say too.
So if there was one thing that you had to attribute your success to, what would it be?
Obviously everybody knows a combination of hard work and smart work gets you the best kind of results. And if I had to narrow down to one thing from all the million things that attribute to a person's success, I would say learning always.
Okay.
So you're you're never too successful, or you're never that successful that you have nothing to learn. There's always something to learn. So I think learning is what keeps you going, and what will get you the right kind of success that you're looking at. I don't know if I'm framing this correct, but that's what I mean. But like giving you an example, when we started 6 years back, we made bags that were a hit. So everybody loved them, and they were all over the internet. And like, I know people from Bombay used to call us and ask us, who are you guys? What do you do? And we would love to buy a bag from you. But if we make the same kind of designs now, I know nobody's going to ask us, because those designs are outdated, right? So it's important to learn. Today we are in the era of digital media, so you cannot ignore digital media. You have to learn how to be out there to reach customers. These are just some examples that I'm setting. As we go ahead, I'm sure there'll be many new things to learn. So I think the ability to open yourself to always evolve and learn something is where I would attribute my success to. I still don't think I'm that successful in life, and there's a long way to go. But how much ever 2am has come till, I think it's because obviously mine and Meha's ability to learn.
Right. So for our audience here, Meha is Anjali's partner in 2am.
That's why it's called 2am, guys, because it's A for Anjali, M for Meha, because two of us, so 2am.
That's great. And I think that this attribute of yours that you have talked about will help you a lot in the current global health crisis that we are in. Because right now is the time to actually keep learning, keep adapting. And I think what you were talking about is adapting to the changes in the market, to the changes in the style sensibilities that are there. So this is something that I think even our audience can take note of, that adapting to your circumstances and adapting and evolving is the best way to go forward, and short code for success, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So if you had one piece of advice for someone who's just starting up, what would that be?
Okay, so Sirisha, according to me, the very difficult or the very courageous part is to begin. To leave your previous jobs, or to understand if you're just graduated, to understand if I should do this or not. You have multiple things going on in your head. I think the most courageous part is to begin. And I think that's where most people keep delaying it. I'm not ready for it, and I think that never happens after a particular point in time. So I think you should start before you're ready, and you should not wait for the time where you think, okay, now I'm ready and now let's do this. Because honestly, there will be challenges which you're not ready for, and they're going to come in the business anyway, and you will learn how to tackle them, as in how you run your business. So I think that's one important thing I would like to say. Secondly, when I say this, I obviously don't mean that you wake up one day and you start your business without having an understanding of the same too. So make sure you have all your research in place. You know what you want to do, you understand what you want to do, and then you can obviously begin with. So I think that's one very important advice I'd like to say, is have your research in place, and don't wait for the right time, or don't wait for you to be ready to start a business. Just go for it.
That's right, because you can never be ready to start a business. I mean, if I knew all the challenges that I would face, I might have never even started. I just jumped into it, and I'm sure you did that as well.
Exactly. All these challenges, you will learn a way to, go through them and tackle them. But if you keep thinking about them and not start, what's the point even?
That's right.
So yeah.
That's right. So to sum it up, you'd say that we should just jump into it, and also be ready, in the sense that when you decide that this is something that you want to start, do your background research, talk to the right people, have a complete understanding of what you're getting into, at least the beginning, and then just jump into it, and
Yeah,
you will figure out a way to handle the challenges that come your way.
absolutely. That's exactly what I'm trying to say here. So yeah. You summed it up really well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anjali, for coming online and being a part of this episode, and also for sharing such valuable insights with our audience today. So, if someone wants to contact you, how should they contact you, and who are the right people who should contact you?
Firstly, Sirisha, thank you for having me here. I had a great time. For when you ask me people who should contact me, obviously, people who want to use vegan leather bags. So you can just drop in a message or visit our website www.2mstore.com, or visit our Instagram page 2mbags India or Facebook. And secondly, the people who are looking for very unique corporate gifting, because we do a lot of vegan product gifting for corporates. So I think that those are the kind of people who can contact me.
Cool. So what I'll do for the audience is I will put a link to your website in the description below, and also a link to your Instagram handle so that it becomes easier for them to drop you a message.
I'm sure you like this video. Please hit the like button and share it with your friends. But before you do that, make sure you leave a comment below. What is the one thing that you learned out of this video that you're going to apply in your business? If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are updated of the latest videos. Until next time.